pigs? He said yes, literally days before. A friend of ours sent me a private message on Facebook and said, "Hey, Rose, would you be interested in some of our pigs? We're going to be getting out of pigs and we'd like to give them to you." And I said, actually, yes, I would be interested. Very interested. And they are wonderful. This is the size that they get. They don't get any bigger. Nice small size. They are bred to be pasture raised, which is going to work out perfectly. We will take them out onto the pasture and rotate them and let them have lots of grass. And they are a Kuni American Guinea Hog mix. Super excited. They come from really good bloodlines. I just couldn't be any happier. So we are putting them together right now for breeding, and in 3 months, 3 weeks, and 3 days, we will be having piglets on the homestead for the first time. Not our first time with pigs, but it will be our first time breeding them, and I cannot wait. I couldn't be any happier, you guys. Like, I really feel like this is like the next level of homesteading, that we just reached a whole new goal in our life.
Okay. Can you open it?
Mike is picking up and it is working.
The red hook on top.
Technical difficulty. Odin might have pulled the camera loose.
You need help? Well, I don't know. I can't reach that food bowl, can I? You moved it. All right. Can't really reach the slop bucket, so I'm looking for a spot that's pretty clean. All right. There we go. That spot's pretty clean. For the most part.
They're hogs.
They're hogs?
Yeah.
They sure are. They like that. Happy Easter!
Happy Easter, pigs.
They like our Easter leftovers.
Sorry about that. Anybody who is alive and not on the video right now, they will be
That's your
on screen
Easter.
momentarily. We've got to
You're awesome too. They will only eat
be
food.
popping up right about now.
Like will
Happy
only
Easter, guys! Enjoy! They like that.
That's hard. Wait. I don't
Turn the light off now. Who turned off this light?
Those are too picky. Because they can like be like a person.
All right. Hello, everyone. That's here so far. We are live at Wholesome Roots. And as usual, we always have a few technical difficulties that we encounter. This one was Odin created technical difficulties. I tested this all earlier and everything worked great. Thanks to Mallory at the Quebec Homestead. Huge shout out for her. Thank you so much for your help earlier today in getting this set up so that it would do the live stream right after the premiere. Unfortunately, Odin must have crawled back there at some point today. I remember Rowan saying, "Odin's underneath the computer." Yeah. Thanks, Odin. It's all your fault. Here, scooch him over here so he can be front and center. Hi, big boy. Hey, you like seeing yourself? All right, I can't see the chat because let me run over here. All right. Now it's on. Okay, got no picture nor sound. Karen McIver, do you have picture and sound now? Is everybody got picture and sound? Mallory, would you mind being a moderator? Due to all your help today, I feel like that would be a wonderful addition to our team. You've done a huge, why is it not letting me click the 3 dots so I can make her a moderator. Don't push the keyboard, buddy. There it is. I don't know if I clicked the right person, though. Hold on. Maybe you should take the baby if I can operate the...
You man the ship.
I don't know where she went. She's gone now. Okay, hold on. Okay, let me catch up on some of these chats. I'm going to let the chat roll through. I'm not going to pause it, but I'm going to try to catch up on what I can see. Hi, everyone! There's my baby. Yes, Mandy. That's your baby. What? He wants me. Oh, are you saying hi to everyone? Huh? You want that? That's usually what he says when he wants something. I started teaching him sign language, and that's sign language for milk. But he now does it for whenever he wants something.
Oh, yeah. He does it to me across, like, he'll be across the yard, and he'll stand up. And it's like, Daddy, pick me up. Yeah, right. Ain't that right?
Mallory, if you don't mind being a moderator, I will try to add you now that it's working.
All right, it's been a long time since we've been live.
I have to click on the chat to make it stop. That's what I gotta do. Go ahead and talk, Ryan.
It's been a while since we've been live, so yeah, so far so good.
All right, now you're a moderator. Yay! Not too shabby, not too shabby. Other than the baby unplugging the cord. I had to start the live just before the premiere was over in order for everybody to have some place to come to. And it was a little tricky at first because OBS is so delayed. So I have to start OBS and then start the stream on YouTube in order to get a delayed reaction to get the video. You guys don't care about all that. Shh, Rose, be quiet. You talk about the pigs, guys.
Yeah,
what do you think?
It's a Q&A, so if you have questions, if you have Q's, we have A's.
Kilted Gardner, thank you for mentioning Ryan's interview. Ryan was interviewed, and he was in an article for Shout Out Atlanta, and for his role at Compost Now. And
thanks, guys.
He was pretty good interviewee, if I might say. You waving back? Mandy's waving back at you, honey. Yes. So, how is everybody doing tonight? I think Owen's gonna take the Q&A over for us because, you know, he likes to be the star of the show. Wow, Kaleidoscope Junkie, thank you so much. Are there any special questions that we can answer for you? I really appreciate that.
I like the GIF. That's funny.
Yes. Yeah, getting pigs. That was a big goal for me personally. I was really wanting pigs for a long time. Oh, he wants the mouse. You can't have the mouse. I don't really need it right now, so I'm just going to put that away and let you play with the mouse pad.
Wow.
So becoming more sustainable means raising more of our own food, and something that we buy from the grocery store often is pork, and I truly feel awful supporting factory farms with our pork purchases, but we also can't get to the farmers markets, or there's not a lot of local sources for pork. And when we do find it, it's usually quite a bit out of our price range. So the most affordable, easiest way to have good pork is to raise our own. And Ryan knew that. We had kind of a bad experience with our last pig, and I think that turned him off of it for a while.
Yeah, it was a foster experience.
But this was different. This is our babies. They are ours. We have full responsibility and everything for them. So no pig names yet. I don't think we're going to name these 3. We're still playing with some ideas of some plans for their future. Right now, they're going to be breeders. So we know that much. We have bred. They bred on Easter weekend. As you can see, we are a little bit behind on editing videos, like a whole month. So Easter weekend was when this video was recorded. So we'll have some more videos coming soon. Excuse me. So they bred, and it'll be 3 months, 3 weeks, and 3 days. So we're looking at the end of July, I think that's what we said, for having piglets. I definitely am pondering the idea of keeping 2 females from this litter and getting a male Kuni registered. Well, not registered. We're not going to have him registered. We're not worried about registration. Their mom was a registered Kuni from really good lines, and we're looking at getting a male that's from really good registered lines. So that way they'll be raised up as our babies. They'll be given names. They will be pets because they will be our breeders, and we will keep them until the end, you know. These 3 we didn't raise. They didn't grow up with us. We don't know them. They don't know us. It's not as much of that personal bonding attachment as you would have if you raised the animal. So I'm not opposed to them being named Bacon, Jimmy Dean, Pork Belly. See, the thing with the American Guinea Hog Kuni is you're not going to get a lot of bacon out of them. It's a lot fattier, and it's a smaller section. So we could probably do some bacon, but we're probably more likely to have pork belly as from that cut. And we will probably do the butchering ourselves because they are a smaller breed and they're easier to butcher ourselves. So it'll be a lot easier. Would you consider artificial insemination instead of having a male? I would if it was less complicated to source and to store. But to store insemination vials is, I don't know if you're familiar with it, but you have to have a freeze. It's like a freeze dryer vacuum thing. It's a big investment, and it's not something that I think we would do very often. So it kind of makes more sense to have a male on property for needing to do it twice a year. We'll probably do it every spring solstice. Every solstice, right?
Right, I think so.
And that'll give us 2 litters a year.
I think it's probably better to have.
I love that you wrote that in
more
French.
than one. So,
more than one what?
More than one pig in general, so they have like companions, and plus somebody was saying like free garden tilling and stuff. There's other uses for them. Yeah,
they do. They will till up an area for us for sure. So these were bred to be pasture raised. They don't root a lot, so they're not as bad as like the Hereford we had, where she would root huge deep holes. These guys definitely root. No, there's no such thing as a rooting free animal pig. They all root. But these guys, if there's grass, they won't root. They'll go and eat all the grass. And we have some wonderful green grass on this pasture. I can't wait to show you some of the more recent videos. I mean, it's growing so well. And it's just going to get better as we improve the land. We're going to do some cover crops. We're going to, in the future. We weren't able to do it this year, but we will. And the beauty is they eat the grass. So we can take the goats who eat nothing under 4 inches, nothing under their knees. So everything above their knees is what the goats go through and eat. So we can put the goats in one paddock, and then we can take the cows and run the cows through that paddock, and they're going to eat the lower grass, the shorter grass. And then we can take the pigs and put them through that paddock, and they're going to eat whatever nobody else wanted. So it's the perfect pasture rotation to keep a healthy pasture, keep it parasite free. We can run the chickens after the pigs. It's just the perfect symbiotic relationship with the land using all of these animals in this way. So part of our big projects going on a new homestead is fencing and separating the pasture. So what we currently have now is a goat pasture and a cow pasture. The cow pasture is huge. So our next project is going to be sectioning off one more section of that. It's going to be completely fenced in. That's a fence that the goats can't get out of and the pigs can't get out of. So what we'll do is when we want to, we'll let the goats out there. When we want to let the pigs out there, we can let the pigs out there. When we want to let the cows in there, we can let the cows in there. See, the cows can go pretty much anywhere on the whole back half of the property because it's all barbed wire, fenced in. So the cows are free to roam wherever. But goats and pigs require a little bit more sturdy situation. But
He doesn't know what he wants.
I hope he's not picking up too loud on the mic and bothering anybody. Wow. So, hi Tank, good to see you. Hi Paige. Got some
Hi.
people just coming in here late. Good to see y'all. We don't mind late. Late is good. Better than never. You like that mouse pad? So yeah, it's we've got so much going on. We're doing lots of big projects. Yes, Susan, the premiere happened right at 8, so you can watch that video when you're done with the live, if you did miss it. But yes, it's pigs. I think a lot of people guessed. The structure was definitely a low structure, so... And it's, they've been in there since Easter weekend, and it's working wonderfully. There was one flaw at the beginning, but it was operator error. You want to...
One of the corners was not properly secured at the bottom, and when they
it wasn't even screwed in. He just missed the corner. There was no screws. Except for the very top.
Yeah, the top was screwed in, so when I tested at the top and it felt like it was fine, but the bottom, so we noticed one day all 3 pigs out in the pasture actually behaving
Very
pretty
yeah.
well.
When they did get out, they were just so happy to go and eat some grass, and they came right to us when we came with the pig bucket.
Yep.
They were like, "Yo, okay," and they went right back into their pan. They're really, really nicely behaved animals. Really happy with them. They were raised by a family that we know, and they did a wonderful job making sure that they were wonderful little guys. So we're just as happy as can be. And I feel like there's so much less waste because everything is going in the pig bucket now. So many of the things when we scrape the kids' plates. It would go in the compost, which is great, but to have it going to an animal is just, it brings me joy. I don't know. Yes, Celtic Fiddle, we are loving our new homestead. What are you loving? You want everything on my desk.
Odin had a really good nap, apparently. So
He
he's
did.
very energetic and talkative right now. So
He did.
He just wants to entertain, much like we do, I guess.
Well, and not only that, he's usually not allowed over here at the computer. So everything that's up on the computers is quite a few things that I've picked up off the floor that Odin wasn't supposed to have, that I would take away from him and put up over here, because I have it barricaded with a couple of toy boxes. But we're doing really good. We're developing some plans for possibly on Sunday going and getting part of the greenhouse. The greenhouse is piece by piece, little by little. I don't know when we're going to get it done, but we will have it up by winter. I did say by spring, but obviously it's too late to do that now. So by winter, we're going to be growing tropical fruit in our greenhouse. It will be heated. It will be a tropical greenhouse. So it's not going to be a hot house. It's not going to be a hoop house. It's not going to be a low tunnel. This is a commercial greenhouse we're talking about, and it's going to be set up as a tropical greenhouse. So we can have anything in there from mangoes to avocados, coconuts, bananas, citrus,
Pineapple,
olives.
Oh,
Yeah. And then, of course, the beautiful tropical plants that are just pretty to have in your greenhouse. We'll have a lot of those too, and possibly even have those for sale locally. we've been growing a lot of houseplants, and I've been propagating a lot of them. So it'll be a lot of fun to share those with our local community. Speaking of, next month on the 22nd, I'm actually going to be setting up at a farmer's market where I'll be selling some baby vegetable plants, some seedlings, and some bigger sizes. Oh yes, papaya, definitely. That's a really good one. Really good for you. Great for your digestion. The kids weren't as fond as papaya as I am, but I think it'll be a good one to add to salads and stuff. Like when we're having a green salad, add some cut up papaya and they'll eat it that way. It is food security, and I would love to get to the point where we can run it off of solar panels. So that's definitely something we're going to look into as well. It's just little by little, piece by piece is what we're working with right now, because we just moved here. We're just setting up everything to be ready for us in the future, to be ready for our kids. This is our forever home. People talk about getting a forever home for their pets. Well, our pets are going to be raised here and live here forever. Are you planning anything special for them to eat? Them meaning the pigs? Absolutely. We're going to be doing lots of pumpkins and any of our excess produce that we don't get to in time. If it starts to rot on the vine or if it's just not perfect, it'll go to the pigs. The pigs will be very well fed. They already are, just from having little ones that don't eat everything on their plate. The pigs get all of that, and it's working out. Our neighbor's bringing us stale food now that she knows that we have pigs. Miss Elsie next door is just the sweetest lady, and she has fruit trees galore. So she's already told us that we can start picking her fruit because she's not canning anymore because it's just her and it's just too much work for her and nobody eats it. So we'll be helping her with her fruit, and I'm hoping to get some canned for her and return the favor by making sure she has canned fruit from us. And whatever falls on the ground from the tree can be given to the pigs. So it'll be really, really great. Dragon fruit, that's another one that I grow as a house plant, but it'll be definitely something that I've been propagating by seed. So I'm going to have a lot of them. Rhodes, have you ever experienced Nubians going into rut and in heat in spring? Absolutely. They are supposed to be seasonal breeders. $3 in rut and chasing does at my place. Normally wait until August to start rut. Insanity here. Yeah, no, they'll absolutely breed any time of year. They are supposed to be seasonal breeders, but if they're around females, the females will come into heat and they will go into rut. You have to be very careful. So, greenhouse, fence. Oh, the coop. So we're going to build a stationary chicken coop. That's one of our other big projects coming up. So we're going to have a section where we have a built like Fort Knox internal nighttime coop that's going to be solid as can be. And then we're going to build a run off of that with just a good sturdy chicken wire run, because we have our livestock guardian dogs in the area to protect them during the day. There's not going to be any neighborhood dogs coming into our yard and getting to our chickens during the day. And we will have an overhead. Hi guys, you want to say hi?
Hi. Hi.
We're going to have an overhead protection from hawks, because we can't let them free range because of the hawks. So we do have the chicken tractors that we will still run around the pasture to make sure that we're getting some of that too. So yeah, so for the event, I've been busy getting seedlings started. I've been busy hatching chicks to sell. It's just a lot going on. Spring on the homestead, like you never believe. I mean, when you buy a new homestead and you start a new home on a new farm, there's so much more that has to be done than you realize. Even though it seems so nice and perfect at first, there's a lot of work that to make it ours, to customize it and make it so that it fits us perfectly. Yeah, they are the most adorable little Vikings. I love my Vikings. My baby.
Yeah, our neighbor, she's super cool. She likes to garden too, so.
Oh yeah, tell her.
Yeah, she asked me, she has an old tractor that her
And Dalton
used to be her husband's, and he's no longer here anymore. So
I'm 6.
she asked if I could till up her garden, bush hog.
You are 6. Yeah.
Down where her garden is, and then she asked me if I could till it up, and it's a really
Huge.
big area. And she's like, I'm not going to use that much of it, and you guys can use the rest.
She planted like 3 tomato plants.
She,
And she's going to plant a couple of squash and a couple of cucumber. And she's like, you guys can have the rest. And we're like,
and this is a big plot, guys.
Huge.
Like, it's big. Yeah.
and so Ryan has been the nice neighbor and tilling it all up for her.
Yeah, I bush hogged for her, and then she baked us a pie.
Yes, she made us another
That's
pie.
a good. I say that's a pretty fair deal. I like the pie, so it's
Oh
good.
man, she makes some good pies too.
Ugh.
Have we figured out the predators that we need to guard against? We haven't had too many issues. We know that there's fox in the area. We've seen them. Our neighbors have seen them. We've seen them multiple times. There is a fox den in the neighborhood, for sure. And that's a huge issue, but our dogs have kept them away. So I'm just so grateful that we have 2 very well-behaved LGDs that are going to keep away any predators that could be in the area. Hawks are the big one. Hawks fly down and pick up anything. We are going to let the larger ducks free range. Once we have the fence up in an area, we're going to let them out of the chicken tractor. So they will be free ranging so that they can eat any snails and slugs that might be carrying the M worm. What is it? Meningeal worm. So that our goats won't get that. She is a wonderful neighbor. She comes over and we chat about gardens and plants, and it's wonderful. Aw. Yeah, we lost everything in the move. So we just got some new plants in the mail from a wonderful subscriber who's been purchasing things off of our wish list, and some of those things were some fruit trees and startings. So we just got some comfrey root cuttings, just 5 of them. So that's a start. They're not developing leaves yet, so it'll be a little while. But I wish I had all that comfrey from the old house. But yeah, the NPIP certification, that is something I'm looking into doing so that we can mail hatching eggs as well. So that's...
Hey. He's trying to get your string of turtles.
Where is Robert? Yes, where is Robert? Go bug him. Ask him where he is. Yeah, you're talking. You're just talking tonight. I don't prefer comfrey seeds because if they're growing from seeds, it's the invasive kind. So if you have somewhere where you literally don't care if anything else will grow, and you just wanted to fill in with just comfrey, go ahead. Or if you have the time and the patience to pull it all out when you need to plant something, go ahead. But for me personally, I would only use the Bocking 14, which grows from roots. It does spread still, very much so, but not nearly what the reseeding ones do. I have a friend who likes to do the seed comfrey for many reasons, and she enjoys it that way, but I don't recommend it unless you have a lot of time on your hands. So, any other questions about the homestead or the pigs? Or what Ryan's next pallet build will be?
Pallet surprise. Let's see.
I would love to get a kid's house, playhouse built, but that's not as high of a priority as these other things that we're getting done around here. So eventually, we've got nothing but time now. And it's such a good feeling, and it's so much more pride in our work when we own the place than from renting and knowing that the people weren't going to appreciate it when we left it behind, you know. So there's a lot to be said for owning your property and putting a lot of work into it. It doesn't feel like a lot of work.
Odin's very silly right now.
I don't think there will be sheep in our future. Ryan,
There's going to be a video that I make. It's going to be called She Said Yes.
I'm not opposed to getting a feeder lamb and raising it for mutton. But hey, or if somebody had a orphan lamb that they needed somebody to bottle feed, I would probably have to take it. As far as fiber goes, I don't know. I have a friend with alpacas who's... Hey!
Look who it is.
It's Liam! I have a friend with alpacas who's said that I can have all the alpaca fiber I want. So it makes it hard for me to say I should get an alpaca now, you know? It just seems like it'd be time better spent on something else. Pretty sure my comfrey is dead. Aloe vera died in February freeze. Freeze really hurt us here in Texas. Yeah, that Texas freeze was intense. Intense. Hey, Ryan, maybe if you take him down there to the boys' room and drop him off and tell Rowan to play with him actively, maybe he'll be so distracted. Sorry about that, guys. For those of you that have a hard time watching live shows, if there's a lot of distractions like a baby, I do apologize. I know sometimes if you're hearing impaired or sight impaired, it can be very difficult to watch. So I apologize if it has made it hard for anyone. But hopefully, Rowan is so good with him, you guys. It's amazing. Like, he interacts with him and he enjoys it. And he loves his baby brother. He just loves him. And it's really such a blessing. I want alpacas. I do. I've always wanted alpacas. But, the black-nosed sheep just recently became available in the United States. And they're not pure. So they couldn't get actual Valnoise here. They had to get just the semen. So they had to do artificial insemination into a different breed of sheep. So they are actually in Alabama, is where one of the farmers are. So Odin actually just got up from a nap a little while ago, so it's not really his bedtime. It's more so his playtime. So he was just looking for something fun to do, and we weren't providing it. Usually we give him undivided attention. He's used to that. Do you want to... Am I hogging the screen here?
You're cool.
Your head's cut off.
It's all right.
Scooch in.
Nobody want to see this.
Scooch over. I want to see.
Nobody want to see this.
Hey, Timothy. How are you?
Tim
Beverly. The one who knew about Odin before our entire family knew about Odin.
Kiddos
The baby
are part
whisperer.
of who we are. Kilted Gardener. That's a true statement.
I hear pitter-patter of hands on the floor coming down the hallway.
Quick, hide. Everybody quiet.
Get him his new eggs. Paige, are you still here? That little yellow carton right next to the plant on the sewing machine. I don't know why they're put up. He loves those.
Want your eggs?
Bring him over here, so. See now everybody doesn't care. Bring him over here. You're still alive and kicking, aren't you? Hi, Pam. So good to see you. Glad you could make it. I know you had a crazy day. You have a question?
I have a question. Have you guys hit the thumbs up button yet? Wow. What color is he going to pick? He picked yellow. You're a
And
winner.
what's the shape?
Egg. Egg shape.
The bottom has a shape on it.
Oh,
It only
square.
fits into the shape. He is back. He wanted to mama. This is usually his daddy time, actually. Still having major power outages. Wow. You know that tornado that went through Noonan recently. Ryan received a shipment of mulch at work today. It was a whole tractor trailer of mulch, and they said it all came from Noonan, and they said there were 300 more.
Yeah, he said there were 300, if not more, loads of that mulch
Gonna put it down?
available, and it's
You're
all
gonna spill it.
from trees that were torn down in the tornado.
He wanted to spill it. Thank you, Paige.
It's an extravaganza.
He loves them.
He's like, all right, now the eggs are gone. I got what I really want was the container. I got the carton.
Yeah, I was drinking. What was I drinking? Kombucha, and you were like, "Is that the good stuff?" Because it looked like a beer bottle. It was in one of those growlers,
Oh, yeah.
and I was like, "No, I can't do that." I was so nauseous at the Homesteaders of America conference, the year before, pre-COVID one. Where I spoke and did my presentation on homesteading for goats on the homestead. I was so nauseous. I was very early pregnancy, and somehow Tim Beverly knew I was pregnant, and I was like, oh. And like Amy was sitting right there, and maybe I had told her because I was worried about I was telling her because I was a presenter, and I was like, if something happens.
You want to just play with those on the
It was
floor?
the ginger beer from Trader Joe's. Yes, that's right. The ginger. I needed that ginger so bad. Oh, man. Good times. Good times. I really hope this year it works out where we can all be there again. Hopefully things will be much healthier by then. Is he okay?
He doesn't know what he wants right now. He wants up, then he wants down, and he wants up. Okay.
Hi.
He left with the egg and he comes back with the donut.
What's the matter? I just had wood chips chopped off by the power company. Any suggestions on fire ant control? My neighbor warned me they would set up house.
Oh.
We have fire ants that set up house in the wood chips, in the compost, pretty much anywhere. Water tends to repel them, but you don't want your wood chips soaking wet necessarily. Nobody's going to believe me that this is your happy time that you're normally playing. Because you're being too noisy. And it seems like grumpy noise, but it's more like you're not paying attention to me noise. Because see, now that I'm paying attention to you, then you're happy. We got a freeload of wood chips. We just haven't put it out anywhere yet. What's that? Hi. Good baby. Silly baby. Any other questions? Ooh, ooh. Any pig questions?
No pig questions. Any-
Well, if everybody's done chatting, we're gonna go play with this cutie pie. He is a cutie. I think I'll keep him. I've done the boiling water, and that kills a lot of them, but it'll kill whatever vegetation that's around it too. So if you have grass, then be careful. Same here. I asked for a load and now have 2 tractor trailers full of chips in my pasture. Nice. When is the next baby? Whenever that baby decides to join us.
Deb, I've never made that kind of wine, Deb.
Dandelion wine. No, I kept on asking you to, but we never could get dandelions all at once that weren't in a sprayed area. Oh, Pam, you missed the premiere. Pigs. We got pigs. We got 3 Cooney American Guinea Hog crosses. That's got to sound great on that speaker.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Anybody wearing earbuds right now? It's probably deafening.
I'm so sorry. Okay. Bye. You want to say bye?
Goodbye.
You want to say bye? Rowan and Liam, do you want to say bye?
They said bye.
They said bye.
Can you hear them?
All right, I'm going to try to get my videos edited faster so that we can get them up. I have a couple of videos that I've made since this one. I just need to get them edited. But you see what happens when I sit at the computer. He does this. He's like Wreck-It Ralph. Just everywhere. Just throws everything. Ah! Here. Hey. Egg.
We'll just let him run the live show. Just,
We love you guys. Sorry it's been so long, and hopefully now that things are getting a little bit more settled down, we still have a lot of work on our plate ahead of us. Tomorrow's a rain day. That's why it seemed like today we could do this, because we don't have to be up early tomorrow. Oh, actually, Ryan does. He has to go in for work for something for a minute. All right, y'all. Take care. Thank you so much for watching. And we hope to see you again soon.
all right, bye, everybody. Hit the thumbs up on your way out.
I don't know how to end this.
Well, this always happens where we're like,
Well, I don't know if I hit
awkward.
end stream on the YouTube or on the...
It's the awkward moment of like,
Okay.
let's make